I'm actually, I joined a judo club about 2 years ago. Mete. So no, it's amazing sport. It's fabulous for people of all ages, really, even older people as well. So look, enjoy the award, and I hope Mum is watching tonight, and she should be very proud of you because you've done a great job. Yeah. And we move on to our next award. It's for the Children and Youth Support Award, and our councillor Neil McNeilis is going to present this award. Gradam the Ibri Gadam Takiok Lani agus Oiga.
This year's category winner is a small group of volunteers who established a charity to fundraise for St. Bernadette's Paediatric Unit. Last year, through their voluntary fundraising activities, the charity supplied the unit with a sensory cubby unit and a wheelchair accessible swing in the playground. To date, they have raised and spent approximately 80,000 for the unit, which is for the benefit of the parents, the children and the staff alike. And their current project is a major renovation of the parents' room, and future projects include the provision of equipment such as an ultrasound scanner, vein finders, as well as other new and emerging pieces of medical equipment. One of their earliest projects was the renovation of a bathroom, which included the installation of a hydraulic bath to accommodate children with skin conditions with necessity for frequent bathing. And the whole bathroom was turned into a wet room, which has been a huge addition to the unit. And the sensory cubby allows children with a diagnosis such as ADHD to be reviewed by a medical staff in a safe, secure and settling environment. I just wanted to add that bit in there to fully explain why this amazing group of people who are actually volunteers and give their time and their work. And you know, sometimes it's very difficult for people to figure out how they can actually give something back to their community. But the voluntary nature of this charity has also meant that the people in the community who might otherwise not usually be involved in charitable work have felt more inclined to step forward and volunteer their time and their expertise. So for the dedication and the commitment to helping others who need it the most, for providing all the children, young people, families and staff who've had to visit that unit in the past with better facilities, it's our honour to give the 2023 Children and Youth Support Award to the Galway City Kids Foundation. So Colin, Michelle and Trace.
Colm, is it? Colm, congratulations, well done. Great achievement. Do you want to tell me a bit about yourself and your colleagues and the work and the activities that you're doing in the...
Well, very briefly, God, I'm just blown away to be even part of this group here tonight because, you know, just listening to everybody else's story before we came up, I was thinking, no way, are we even reaching half of what the rest of you are doing. So well done to everyone. And such an honour. This is only a very small part. We are a very small group, but this is very small. My wife, Rochelle, our treasurer, Trace Allen, and I'm the current chairperson. So we've been in existence for about 6 years. Just brought together as a small group of people to fundraise for the paediatric unit at St. Bernadette's, just to try and improve the experience of children when they're in the unit, to help parents and also the staff, because they're obviously a crucial part of the unit as well. So as Neil rightly pointed out, we've done a number of projects to date. We've spent about 80,000, but we've also been actively fundraising. So we have about 100,000 to spend on the unit over the next few months. So what we do is we sit down with all of the staff in the unit. They'll have a meeting, we'll have a meeting, and we'll come up with all the different projects that they want. So we're kind of, I suppose, making up the gap in the fundraising for equipment that they would love. It's kind of a wish list for them, but that we can step in and provide. And as one of the other people who spoke earlier rightly pointed out, Galway people are just the best at giving, like the goodwill and the money and the support we get is amazing. But we're always looking for more volunteers, so if anyone wants to contact us, Galway City Kids Foundation on Instagram, Facebook, please do. We'd love to hear from you. But yeah, we're absolutely thrilled and honoured tonight and totally blown away with this. And thanks to Galway City Council for an amazing event. We're really, really enjoying it.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Can I just say that I suppose, if you hold the microphone, what we do really is only a drop in the ocean, that you can't really empathise with the children and parents that are in the unit and that use the unit, and, you know, what they possibly go through is, you know, we're only kind of doing a small amount in the background. Or Scaha Kayla Wormwood.
And is that unit open to all children that go in for procedures, or is it just particular?
Well, it's the paediatric unit, St Bernadette, so I suppose they start off maybe in the neonatal unit and then onto the paediatric until they reach.
Because I know I've used it once and my child didn't want to come home, so it's absolutely wow. It is amazing. No, it's fabulous. You know, it just makes the stay more comfortable. The kids are just so happy there, you know what I mean?
That's a tribute to, not to us, that's a tribute to the staff and the management team of the unit. So there aren't any representatives from the unit here tonight, but obviously, you know, we let them know and they'll be absolutely blown away as well. Okay, thanks.
Well done. Keep up the great work. Thank you. The next category is the Youth Volunteer of the Year Award, and Helen Ugbu is going to tell us a bit about that. So Gratham the Ivory Jonuk Og Nablina.
Good evening, everyone, and I just want to first of all acknowledge the great support from volunteers. I call volunteers the backbone of the society, and that's who you are, because you all give selflessly. You make a huge difference in the society. So I want to applaud everyone. You're all winners. Congratulations to everyone. I'm very honored and delighted to be presenting this evening's award to the Young Volunteer of the Year. It's important to recognize the young people that give up their time in volunteer and make contributions to communities. Volunteering not only benefits young people and communities in the short term, but helps them in the long term and into the future. This year's awards recipient is responsible for organizing and running an annual event which aims to reduce the fears and anxieties experienced by some children when visiting a healthcare environment. In 2022, they welcomed over 1,000 children from primary schools across County Galway to the Bailey Allen Hall over 2 days and had their sick teddy bears treated by their volunteers. The teddy bear doctors and nurses, that's what they are called. Isn't that great? Yeah. The full-scale teddy bear hospital took an enormous amount of planning and several months in advance, with a combined total of over 2,000 hours spent volunteering in preparation and in the running of the annual event, with over 200 volunteers present on the days. For the decision to volunteer at the Teddy Bear Hospital, which makes a difference in these children's lives, and for the commitment to ensuring the children leave the event with less fear and anxieties when visiting a healthcare environment in the future. The 2023 Young Volunteer of the Year Award goes to Schloncher Society, University of Galway. And I want to say Schloncher Agos Bannock.
Congratulations. So this is Bronwyn Kavanagh Well done, Bronwyn. So tell me a little bit about the teddy bear.
So yeah, I was taking part with the committee members this year, and it's just to reduce the anxiety in school children before they go to the hospital or just to their local GP. They get to bring their teddy bears in, and we get to treat them for the day. So we had a little surgery unit and plasters, and just to reduce kind of overall anxiety.
How many teddy bears did you treat this year?
Some people brought 2, so I lost count at that stage. But yeah, it was.
You do x-rays on them and procedures and that kind of thing?
X-rays, procedures, and then we have a little kind of unit for healthy fruit and water as well to promote healthy eating as well.
That's fabulous work, and it's great, and keep it up. And how many volunteers are involved?
Overall, there's 2,000 in the committee. I think over the 2 days there was over 200, I think, so it was great. Yeah, we want to thank all the committee members.
Well done. Congrats.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you everyone. Agus míle buíochas as ucht an fáide tá agaí and your patience tonight. We've come to the final award of the night, and that is the Galway City Council Volunteer of the Year Award. I'm going to welcome now An Mera Caharnagnaliva, her Worship Councillor Clodagh Higgins, to tell us about the award winner and to announce same.
Thank you everyone, and what a fabulous occasion it is this evening, and I'm absolutely honoured to be in a room full of such amazing people. But just to announce the Galway City Volunteer of the Year Award, I'm sorry now. So Galway has long been blessed and devoted and committed people whose fundraising and raising awareness for extraordinary charities and organisations at the heart of life in our city. Through the spirit of volunteerism, they have demonstrated extensive strength through their knowledge of many prior fundraising events. The recipient of this award have ensured our city's crucial and valued charities are honoured and receive the recognition they deserve. In recognition of their generosity of time, energy, devotion, selflessness and determination for what they are fundraising for and all that it offers to the people of Galway and across the country, for their incredible and courageous ability to turn a horrendous experience into a positive one, for their ability to remind people how strong a community can be and the great lengths it will go to ensure the support was felt to a family. This group has raised well in excess of over €400,000 for various charities over the years. 50,000 for Ronald MacDonald House, 180,000 for Daisy Lodge, and this Daisy Lodge was a charity that was exceptionally close to the organisers' hearts. The Galway City Council Volunteer of the Year Award for 2023 goes to 3 amazing individuals, and they are Stephen Culnan, Brian and Lisa Higginbottom. And that is so richly deserved. And tonight, can I ask you all to be upstanding for the Volunteer of the Year Awards 2023?
Stephen and Brian, congratulations. Delighted to get this award. Well done. Yeah. Just, I'd say a bittersweet, difficult night tonight. We're remembering your Miles, your little fighter. Amazing little guy who left a great legacy in the short 4 years that he was here. You've carried out amazing work in memory of him, and his legacy will live on forever in Daisy Lodge. So we'd just like to give you a huge round of applause tonight. Okay. And Lisa, if you're watching in tonight, this is for you as well. I never knew what Trends was until recently. But it's a fabulous place. So if you're in Galway, look it up. And you can, I could actually, when I did visit as part of the organising of the Mayor's Awards, all of the charities that have benefited. And it's like Mehel, when a community comes together and you work together to support an individual, and in their darkest times that you're there for them. And in the Trends, you have all the different checks displayed on the walls for all the money that you've raised for all these different causes. Have you many in the group, or?
See, it's actually a golf society we have in the pub. We said 20 years ago we started this, and we said we'd just do it for a different society every year involved in Galway. And as it went on, then a few things happened in-house, and anything happened in-house, we said we do work with in-house, and it just kept growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger. It was just one day a year, that was it, and it's just locals. Everybody chips in and blah blah. It's amazing the way it's grown and grown and grown, and poor old Miles got involved, and unfortunately it just got bigger and bigger. But Brian and Lisa, what they did was unbelievable, like, you know. But as I said, every year is just Galway charity, and if anything happens in-house, we look after it in-house, and it just got bigger and bigger, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes, you know.
No, you've done great work for different charities, Roswell Rooms and whatever, and you also have the Daisy Lodge as well. Tell me a bit about the Daisy Lodge.
So, Steve, I'll give you that. On behalf of winning this tonight and not really knowing much about what was coming up, I was coming back from Dublin 2 weeks ago, and I got an email from Stevie to say that we're up for an award. And I said, award for what? Like, as in a golf award? No. But no, he said it was something to do with the Mayor's Award, so I kind of gauged it was to do with the fundraising and whatever else. So my little boy, that any of you don't know me, I'm from up the road, Rockbarton Park. We moved home in April 17, and my little boy was diagnosed with cancer, leukemia, in March 18. And to see the blood bank west, the guards that escorted us, not those guards in particular, but the guards that escorted us out of Crumlin the day we got the bad news to go home to palliative care. The Rockbarton residents that used to come to all his masses, you know, there's all little triggers that every day, even, you know, to see people that I know from around Galway that are here for other awards, and everyone here tonight deserves these awards. But I have to say, it's not myself or Stevie, it's Miles that really, really deserves the award tonight. So Miles was diagnosed with a disease that was very rare, an aggressive type of leukemia, and unfortunately after like 10, 11 rounds of chemo, 8 full body radiation sessions, a bone marrow transplant, we thought he had beaten it. Sent home from Dublin, all is good. Start looking at school, work, you're doing a great job. And 2 days later, we were given the terrible news that Miles' disease is back and that's it. So then Miles passed, I'd say a month later, and COVID kicked off. And I just always wanted to do something in Miles' memory, and I couldn't do it through COVID. So no better man to help me, and Miles loved his golf, and I love my golf, and I love Galway Golf Club. We just organised an event on a Friday where we raised, I would say, 100,000 on the day. And since then, since that day, I think the figure as of today is about 204,000. When Miles was alive, the year he was diagnosed, I just wanted to keep my mind busy and keep active while I'm Crumlin. We organised a golf event for Ronald MacDonald house where we used to live while he was sick, and I think we raised 50,000. But look, none of this would have been done only for Miles. Miles sold this. You know, he brought good people together, they helped out in every way, they donated as much as they could, and you couldn't believe the generosity of people when he was sick. And even after he passed away, people, you know, asked me, you know, how do you do it? And you just get on and do it, and that's it, unfortunately. But the Daisy Lodge piece was, we were to go to Daisy Lodge with Miles in November, a couple of days after the bad news, and we couldn't get there. And Daisy Lodge is a place in Belfast that they're actually now trying to build on the grounds of Ashford Castle for kids with cancer, be it palliative care that have beaten cancer, or just for a weekend with their parents to go for VIP treatment. And it's unfair on kids from the south of Ireland to drive the whole way to Belfast, and you know, when you're sick or whatever else, it's not easy in a car. So what Daisy Lodge has done is they're coming down south, they're building a respite unit, and they hope that, it's funny, I was in town today getting a haircut for the awards night, and as I walked up to the square, I met Kieran O'Mahony that Clodagh has as a driver, and I said, stop to talk to Kieran, and Clodagh walked over, and next thing, I'll see you later, she says. And as I walked on, I heard this thing, Rory Best, over to my right in Eyre Square. So Rory Best has walked from Belfast to Cong, I think, to try and he raised £1 million 2 years ago, and he's trying to raise another $1 million in aid of Daisy Lodge. So I walked on up towards the shops, and just happened to coincide meeting Claude at the awards, and now this. And next thing, I'm coming back, and the CEO of the charity runs over and sees me, and I said, is this all? Am I being followed by cameras here? Is there a film being made about this? But no, look, it's an honour and a great privilege, and my wife's at home ill tonight, and she'd love to be here, and she'd speak better than I as she did at Miles's funeral. But look, as I said, everyone's a winner here tonight. Stevie's been a great friend, a super barman. And listen, thank you all tonight. It's a privilege and an honour, but for this, if my hands aren't sweating and slippy, this is for you, Miles.
So, before we finish the evening celebrations, a little bird told me something earlier on the week, that it's somebody's birthday tonight. Mayor Clodagh Higgins, you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Clodagh. Happy birthday to you. And we didn't know how many candles to put on the cake, so we just put on 2 for good luck. How old are you today? No, we won't ask, okay? So, no, I won't. So, look, I just want to thank you all for coming tonight. It's been an absolutely amazing event, and I didn't even realize the amount of amazing work that's been done in our amazing city. So, You all deserve a round of applause for yourselves, just for all you do. So it's a great night for our mayor as well. Clodagh has done such amazing work, and I've been with her through it all for the last year, and it's been my great pleasure to work with Clodagh and the executive of Galway City Council. I'll invite Clodagh up now to give a few closing remarks, if she can get over the shock.
So just to be clear, that wasn't scripted, but thank you all the same. And you know, excuse me now, but I'm actually still emotional having heard Brian's contribution there, and what a fabulous winner, Stephen, Brian and Lisa, in relation to the Volunteer of the Year award. So Cohorticus once again. But yeah, and I think that's well deserved. Tonight, I just want to thank you all for attending the presentation ceremony of the 20th Annual Galway City Mayor's Awards. And look, once again, it's been really heartening to see so many community groups and volunteers here this evening from all corners of the city. And Galway City Council are absolutely delighted to be hosting the awards again this year. But as you all know, there's a rich tradition of voluntary activity here in the city, and it's going from strength to strength. And all you need to do is look around the room this evening to realise that. So just Cohorticus to those that have received awards this evening, and to you all, thank you so much for your hard work and your dedication over the years. Volunteering is at the heart of our community life, and helping others and giving your time to the community. And it is a really big commitment, and there is sacrifices at times that families make in order to be able to volunteer. But it is also a really rewarding experience. The value of volunteering cannot be measured, but this evening we did try at least to acknowledge those who give up their time so much for their communities. And we just really value your knowledge and your experience and your contribution. And tonight I just wanted to thank a few people. And it's always dangerous when you start naming people because you may leave someone out. But all the same, I'm going to thank a number of people. First of all, to Ailish Rowan, absolutely fantastic MC tonight. I'd also like to thank those that were involved in making the event possible, the executive and staff of Galway City Council, but in particular to Teresa, Katrina, Emma and Liam, and they're all here with us this evening. Katrina loves these awards so much that she's no longer working in the department, but she's here with us again tonight. So a special thank you, Katrina, and I hope we've done a good job tonight. I'd also like to thank the adjudication panel and the members. Like, it was a really onerous task because, in all fairness, the standard of the nominations this year were simply so high. So it was a really onerous task for us all, but I'd like to thank them. There was Councillor Neil McNeilis, we have Declan Varley, Elaine Harvey, Tommy Flaherty, Brian Doherty and Donica Foley. And a big thank you also to Ciara MacDonald and Ignite Gospel Choir for entertaining us this evening. They were simply remarkable. So thank you very much for that. Volunteering is changing, but I believe it's in the nature of people, and particularly the nature of the people of Galway City, to give themselves to others and in doing so making a difference. Tonight we really just want to thank you, to pay tribute to you and to acknowledge you and the difference that you make. This evening is one of those events where everyone can look around the room and say, this is Galway, and quite simply, Galway is amazing. So Gur Mila Mahagi, thank you so much for your time this evening. And with that, we are now concluding tonight's event, and I just want to thank you all for bearing with us. I know it was quite a long time, but once again, congratulations to you all. You're all winners this evening. Gurmila Mahagi.
So just, ladies and gentlemen, if I could just get one person from each of the winners just to come up and we take some photographs. And if anybody else wants photographs, just if you want to wait and we can get some for you. It's just a group photo of all the winners. And thank you to all our listeners.